speaking the truth always comes with a price. One thing I realized with certain people in the world, in our communities, very few of them, they're the ones that are quite reflective and the ones that have the urge inside of them to speak up in a situation, in those situations that probably it's very uncomfortable to speak up, probably very uncomfortable to call out something. They still do because they have the urge to. In those situations, those people are labeled or they're called different things. Me myself have been in those situations, and I've been called, I've been labeled, and I've been judged. And over time, those times I used to think that I was a problem. And my favorite label was me making drama. And when I reflected back at that moment with a specific person, when I was called a dramatic or making a drama, whatever, I looked at it and I was like, hold on a second. Was me calling out that situation, or was my comment rude? Was it, or was it just challenging? And when I listened back to what I said, because it was just a moment where it was a voice message inside a conversation, it was a curiosity. It was a curious question where I literally called out the behavior of the person. Why is it happening such way? And afterwards, the response was, I don't want to have any drama, and I refrain from that. So that was the response of the person. And this is just a tiny example of many, many different situations, different experiences that I had. And what I realized is that, you know what, people are very, ourselves even, we don't like hearing the truth. Because what it does, it takes us out of our comfort zone, it pops our bubble. And we would rather live inside a bubble, we'd rather live in a delusion rather than facing the harsh truth, the harsh reality, the harsh clarity. Just as an example, if you take your friend who has been complaining about the same situation and you've been giving them an advice and they never take your advice, they never take your solution, or they never take your feedback, why do you think it's that? Because to take action, to pull themselves out of the situation requires strength of facing the reality. And they're not matured. I'm not saying they're matured as a character or emotional, whatever. They haven't matured in that specific situation. They haven't reached a level yet where they are like, okay, hold on a second, this is actually true. I need to do something with it, right? We've all been there. So just this specifically is one of this tiny situations. Over time, I realized that sometimes you're just not required to be understood by people who are committed to misunderstand you, and especially the people that call out certain things. This one goes out to all of these people that are on the same page. I want to remind you to keep on speaking the truth, but with obviously choosing how to do that. Choose your battles wisely and speak up, and do it only selectively. Filter it harshly. This is what I'm learning myself at the moment, and I really hope this helps someone out there. But never do hide your own truth in the world, because it's, for the world, it's very easy to kill creative people, to kill talents, or to, make you hide yourself, because it's just what it is. But I don't want you to do that. The world needs different kinds of people, including you. You just have to sometimes select it wisely. When, how, and where.